I continue walking toward freedom through Exodus chapter 13. Egypt is behind them, but freedom has only begun. God claims the firstborn and becomes the road ahead. The morning arrived with the slave chains destroyed, but freedom meant more than escaping the noise. The Lord spoke to Moses, set apart unto me every firstborn of Israel, whatever it be. The first of the womb, whether livestock or son, belongs to the God who has brought freedom won. For Egypt had trembled beneath judgment's breath, while blood on the doorway stood between them and death. Their children were living, their households remained, so every firstborn will remember his name. They walked out with silver, with bread, and with flame, but none could pretend they had freed their own chains. When I cannot see the road, you go before me. Cloud in the daylight, fire when it's stormy. You broke every shackle, you opened the door. The God who delivered me leads evermore. I'll tell every child what your mighty hand did. Carry the promise like Joseph once bid. No map in my fingers, no fear in my sight. You are the cloud by day and the fire by night. And Moses said, remember this day you came out from Egypt, the house where oppression held ground. By strength of his hand God delivered you free, so nothing with leaven is eaten this week. 7 days unleavened, the seventh of feast, no leaven discovered throughout all the land. A meal told the story of God's mighty hand. And fathers would answer when children inquired. The Lord brought us out when our freedom looked tired. The truth on their hands and the truth near their eyes. His law in their mouths passed through every bloodline. For miracles fade when the story goes still, so Israel rehearsed how God shattered a will. Each firstborn male animal came to the Lord. The clean ones were offered, his claim was restored. A donkey redeemed with the blood of a lamb, or else it was broken according to command. The substitute stood where destruction was due. A life for a life made the old message new. The lamb at the doorway still echoed that night. Redemption means someone has paid for your life, and every firstborn among sons was redeemed. When children would ask, what does all of this mean? The answer returned to the night they were freed. With power the Lord brought us out of that place. When Pharaoh grew stubborn and hardened his face, the firstborn of Egypt fell under the blow. But ours were delivered that truth we still know. Let signs on their hands and reminders in view keep yesterday's rescue directing what's new. God did not lead them by Philistia's road, though shorter and easier carrying the load. For God said, if warfare appears in their way, they might turn toward Egypt and run back as slaves. The shortest direction was not the best path. He knew all their weakness, the fear in their past, so we led them around by the wilderness sea. Sometimes a delay is protection unseen. The long road is mercy disguised in between. I stare at the miles while he looks at my soul. And Moses took Joseph's old bones from the ground, a promise for centuries still carried sound. For Joseph made Israel solemnly swear, when God comes to help you, then take me from here. His coffin declared as they carried it free, the God who made promises keeps his decree. So bones joined the living and traveled the sand, a witness that faith can outlive any man. What Joseph believed when no exit was shown, now walk toward the country that God called their own. From Sukkot to Etham they camped at the edge, where wilderness waited like one final test. By day stood a pillar of cloud from the Lord, by night burned a fire that guided them forward. God gave them his presence before giving plans. He did not just point, he went over the sand. The people had freedom but little control, no city ahead and no map they could hold. Yet every new morning the cloud still appeared, and every dark evening the fire answered fear. Yet heaven became both their compass and light, their shade in the day and their courage at night. The God who had freed them would not leave them alone. And I see my own journey inside of their trail, how God broke the doors I was certain would jail. But leaving my Egypt did not mean I knew the shape of tomorrow or what I should do. I begged for the shortcut, demanded the pace, then learned some long roads of protection and grace. I walked through the daylight with questions above them, watched fire appear when the darkness grew rough. So I'll set apart what belongs to the King, remember the rescue, and teach what it means. If he brought me out, he will lead me ahead. The cloud has not vanished.
The fire is not dead. Exodus 13. Freedom remembers who paid for it. The longer road may be protection. I continue walking.